The U.S. immigration system is a mess, and President Biden doesn't have a broom. According to a new report, the administration will be sending out court notices this week to tens of thousands of unprocessed illegal migrants. Good luck with that. That always works out pretty well. This after the president said immigrants separated at the border under Trump deserve big payouts. Migrants are still coming in at record numbers. Customs and Border Patrol says arrests during this fiscal year at a 35-year high. Good job. That's so exciting. Isn't this an invitation for more people to make the dangerous trek and come here illegally? So why not just really get to the root cause and end the drug war? The party panel is back. Karol, Markowicz, Harf, and Spike Cohen. There is so much wrong with immigration policy in this country, Karol, and I honestly don't think that paying money to people who have been aggrieved is a good way to control the flow of people who are coming here right now.
Yeah, I think Mitch McConnell had the best line about it, where he said that this sounds like a joke that right-wingers made up to make fun of the Biden administration. And I think Biden actually agreed with that, because he called the plan garbage when he seemingly first heard about it. And it is garbage, because it's going to encourage people to come. It's not like people in Guatemala are going to hear about this and say, oh, it's only for a few people. They're going to hear that they're going to become millionaires if they get to the American border. Yeah. And it's going to encourage people to take this very dangerous trek. I was a refugee. We had to wait in Italy before we were admitted to the U.S. From the Soviet Union. And, rumors would spread through the communities, like Australia is not letting people in anymore, or Canada has opened its borders, and people would make life decisions based on that and rumored information. So we're going to ruin a lot of lives with this. This isn't just a payout that makes no sense. It's going to destroy lives for people. Yeah,
anytime you have $450,000. That's a lot of money to someone who's got a great set of circumstances. But to someone who's essentially been held hostage by narco-terrorists and is desperate to leave their country, that is so much money. You're going to do whatever you possibly can. You're going to rip your own child out of your arms in order to get that kind of a payout. And I don't see how you could call that anything but an incentive, Marie.
Well, I don't know that will end up being the final number. This is part of an ongoing set of legal cases where
let's say it was $250,000. Do you think it would have an opposite effect?
Well, let me finish, Kennedy. Let me finish. This is part of ongoing litigation on behalf of families that were forcibly ripped apart by the Trump administration. And I think, us, if our children or our parents were forcibly separated from us, what number could we ever put on that? And I do think our country owes something to these families that we forcibly and inhumanely ripped apart. And we can debate what the incentives are for people to take that trek to the United States, and that's a fine intellectual debate to have. But on this narrow issue of these families that our government did this to, I do think they deserve something. I don't know what the number is, but they deserve something
Marie,
for what we did to them. And if it had been done to us,
fine. Marie,
what number would we all be okay with?
Not that. Will Democrats admit that what they're doing now is just as bad as what was done under the past administration and pretty much every administration before that? Will you admit that? Or are you only going to abstract certain grievances when it's politically convenient? Because I think that is immoral. Go ahead, Spike.
So the thing is, it's interesting that Joe Biden, when he was asked about this, said that it was garbage. So once again, we have a bad policy from the Biden administration, which Biden himself either doesn't know about or lied about not knowing about. Either way, it amounts to the same thing. But it is true that this is only going to a handful of families who were abused and separated. And this speaks to a bigger problem that government has, which is that when the government abuses people, we have to pay for it.
Yes.
They don't have to pay for it. So this is obviously an argument for ending the war on drugs and the war on migration, but even more so, it's a call to end immunity for government and its agents. Politicians and agents and agencies should be the one on the hooks for this, not the American taxpayer. Someone said that we did this. I didn't do this. No one here on this panel and no one watching this, unless you were one of those Border Patrol agents that was involved in this, no one here actually did this, and yet that we're the ones, and future generations in the form of debt payments are the ones that are going to have to pay this off. The best way that you deal with this is you hold bad actors in government accountable. And yes, that also means ending the war on drugs, which is leading to these big surges of people coming here in the first place. This is not good policy.
Can you people not watch Narcos Mexico? Season 3 just came out. Come on, man, help me out here.